swig it, chug it, or neck it. But whatever you do, don't literally inhale it. Welcome to the second in my series on the popular British pastime, which is getting twatted. That's a terrible term for saying you're getting drunk. In this episode, the drinks and how we drink them. My name is not Malcolm. This is Good Bad English. Just a sip. We Brits like a tipple, so much so that in 2018 we drank 7.75 billion, billion pints of beer. That's 21.2 million pints a day. We don't have a problem. Tipple is maybe my most favoritist term for saying you're having some booze. And booze is a generic term for alcoholic beverage. The term supposedly has German and or Dutch roots and dates back to the 14th century. The word boozen meant to drink excessively or to get drunk. Similarly, booze translates from Old Dutch as drinking vessel. Speaking of vessels, a pint is a common measure for beer, lager or ale. And a half is, of course, half of that. Brits will say they're going for a quick pint, which normally ends up being around 5. I myself will say I'm going for a few jars. Those more refined than me will have a red, white, or maybe something pink. Referring to wines, of course. If they're celebrating, they will crack open the bubbly. Bubbly normally refers to champus, darling, which is how rich people might refer to their champagne. Having said that, bubbly could also mean prosecco, which is Italian sparkling wine. I can afford prosecco. My sister shortens that to prosec, but I don't think that's commonly used. Spirits, however, will refer to high-volume alcoholic beverages. Americans refer to these as liquor or hard liquor. I refer to these things as sauce. Others may use slang terms like fuel or rocket fuel. Mind the gap. Younger Brits will say they're going for a cheeky pint. And as you can probably guess, it's never one and done. Before going for a few bevies, that's short for beverages, they may add a Slavic sounding twist and say they're going for a few brewskis. I'll explain. So, ski is a Slavic surname suffix. Think Russian, Polish, Czech, etc. For some reason I can't explain, it became fashionable to add ski at the end of English words. My guess is that it started as an American or Canadian university fraternity thing. Correct me in the comments. Those students would be broskis, so that's brother with ski at the end, meaning friends. And how exactly would those broskis say they're going for a brew? We're off ski, heading to the bar ski to join the broskis for a few brewskis. Probably that ski. Back to Britain, students will likely head over to the pubage, which is the word pub, but including a redundant English suffix. Alternatively, they might say that they're heading out for some pub action. Something like that. I don't know how the kids say it. They may try to entice others to join them for the pub action by saying that they're going out on the lash, which used to be a term that me and my broskies used when we went out for one. Yeah, one. Mind the gap. You win, you drink. You lose, you drink. You play, you drink. You drink. You get it? Yes, the British will make a drinking game out of pretty much anything. And you'll need to know some of the associated lingo if you're to participate. Aside from the usual measurements, you'll need to know a couple more if you're going to get involved. Whether you win, lose, or play, your prize or punishment may be to drink a finger or two. How much is a finger exactly? Well, I guess it depends on how fat your fingers are. In my case, I'll drink until the volume of liquid drops by this much. There's also another kind of measurement that you'll need to know about. The dregs of your drink refers to the small amount of drink left in the glass. One drinking game that I recall involved drinking the dregs of a pint of beer, but with cigarette ash in it. Don't do this. So the game is called Binhead and apparently it originates from South Korea. To play, place a paper napkin over the top of a pint glass, then put a small coin on top, and then take it in turns with a lit cigarette to burn holes around the coin until eventually the coin falls in. If the coin drops on your turn, drink it all and avoid the coin. You may alternatively be doing shots in your drinking games. A shot is kind of a measure, but it's also a drink itself. In one drinking game I was involved with, we did tequila shots, but with a stupid difference. Tequila shots usually involve salt licked from the hand, the shot drunk itself, and then lemon squeezed in the mouth. However, let me introduce you to the Tequila Suicide. So, for the Tequila Suicide, you have the salt, but you sniff the salt instead. Then you do the shot regularly, and with the lemon, well, you squeeze it in the eye. So, allow me to demonstrate. Here's the salt. Oh no, the salt. I put the salt in my eye too. That's worse. Ah, fuck. So, if you do that, do not rub the salt in your eye after. That's not part of it. Hey, that was horrible. Jesus Christ.
Mind the gap.
Down it, 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 down it. In repetition, in unison, until the drink is finished. If you hear this chant, you really should question where you're hanging out and with whom you're hanging out. Let's discuss the various terms for the ways in which you can drink your drink. So, down it is said with the expectation that you will drink your drink down in one. Similarly, you might be pressured by your so-called friends to finish your drink by them saying down the hatch. Aside from those examples, here are 9 alternatives for how you can drink your drink. I'll help you out by putting them in order of consumption volume, so from least to most. So you can sip it or take a sip, which is a tiny amount that is maybe done to give you an idea for flavour. You can swig it or have a swig. This is a slang term that can kind of mean a small to regular amount. You can shoot it or have a shot. I'm not doing that again. Usually done from a small shot glass and in single or double measures. You can chase it or have a chaser, referring to a strong flavoured drink following a weaker one. So a vodka chaser after a beer, for example. You can gulp it or gulp it down, referring to the action of a single swallow. You can chug it or chug it down. This is a slang term and it's a bit similar to gulp. You can neck it or neck it down. Oh, this means throwing your neck back and swallowing whatever contents is left in the glass. You can smash it or smash it down, and I'm not doing that again. This is how the youth of today say neck it. Lastly, you can inhale it. Not literally though. This kind of means that you're going to drink the drink so damn fast that it's like you're inhaling it. And I'm not doing it again, so let's just imagine I inhaled that. Dear audience, with your input, imagine what we could achieve. Add your comments below for all the crap that I've probably missed about the process of drinking alcohol. However, you can be better than this. Join me on Instagram and Twitter to get ahead of things and help me out before I make the episodes. I'll be putting questions there and respond, and your content might make it to the show. I'll announce the topics of the episodes, and then feel free. Bring on your words and terms. Thank you for joining me in this episode in the series I'm doing on drinking. Be sure to check out the other episodes. There's one on various ways to tell somebody that you've gotten munted, meaning drunk. And there's another on the places that we go to get lubed up. As always, if you like this episode, destroy the like button. And to learn more good, bad English, be sure to drop kick that subscribe button. See you in the next one.